All right. Kyle, are you there?
Sonny, I'm here.
Okay, we're back. We're
Okay, we're
back.
back. This is going to be like, like
Short.
10, 15 minutes. Just a quick recap. Big
Mhm.
shout out to Gary LaChance for coming on the show. I think it was really inspirational. He's got some amazing messages. It was wonderful to hear his point of view about freedom is an acceptance movement and it's not a resistance. Although, yeah,
Mm.
it's a core message. Unity is about acceptance, not division. So,
I liked his intensity, man. I didn't really, I hadn't met him before. I'd only heard about him, but he seemed really intense. I liked his what he brought. Do you want to dive into some of the just small things we wanted to touch on? Like, I know
yeah, I was
people
hoping to
close
have
to
Joe
me.
Wormington on here, who's the Sun writer. He wanted to do a little chat, but we'll get him on. We'll get him on the show. We'll see how this article percolates. I'd love to hear the feedback from his end on it all, and also just like he's a newsman on the ground, so he's got a lot of great things to share. But
And
lead take us away.
that's the gentleman that the Toronto Sun article you were reading earlier.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that'd be great to get, a reporter's kind of view. By the way, that was a great, great call with Gary. I think people really appreciated it. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to share this one here. This is regarding the Coots border, right? And what's going on there.
So what happened to the Coots border before we play this video?
What happened? So first of all, from what I understand, shut shop and they're heading home. But prior to that, there was a group, I guess, that wasn't associated with all of these people, but a group that had arrived, and the RCMP found some guns with them, and so this gentleman has been kind of one of the faces. Like, there's like a leaderless movement, but a lot of people have emerged. But this guy was speaking to that, and yeah, I mean, better to hear from him.
So, as we know, the blockade is heading out here in Coots. Could you give us the last word? What's the feeling with you guys? How are you guys feeling now and moving forward? And is there any last notes you want to add?
Well, I just want to add, you know what, like say we're leaving Coots, but we're not leaving our fight. I believe we've made a big impact around the nation, around the world. It's too bad our government officials aren't listening. It's too bad we have to use these kind of tactics and these kind of measures to be heard, to be recognized and noticed, because it's not in our nature to be having to do that, to go against government orders and critical infrastructure to do it. But we felt in the last 2 years the unlawful actions that the government has taken was also against what their rules and rights, against their charter rights. So I believe, you know what, I can feel at peace with what we did. I can justify it. And I hope that we're going to get some response out of it. And I hope the world continues to fight against these illegal and unlawful mandates.
And of course, that fight, I mean, everything I've seen has been entirely peaceful. And that was the same reason why you guys kind of packed up, is because you didn't want any violence to be seen or propagated. And that's seemingly why you guys took off, right?
100%. Like say after that group, we found out that group was infiltrated into here. We wanted no part of that. That was not our motto. We came in peace. We want to leave in peace. We had no idea what that group was capable of. We still don't, but we just felt that in case police came onto us, we didn't know what the repercussions that could have come from that other group, but we wanted no affiliation with that, and that's not the message we want to leave. We want to show the world that we are peace-loving citizens, but we want our rights and freedoms back, and we can hope that we can do this on a peace and loving way.
All
Very
right.
positive message, I mean, I don't know.
Super positive message, and kudos and love to all the patriotic Canadians and the people and the families behind them and the friends behind them for going down and and being part of the movement at the Coots border. And I think like leaving on a high note is always a good time. And kudos to all the people who participated in that and shared those messages, and sent a message, because actions, like there is activity as a result of that. And that was a way for people in Alberta who are fed up with it all to head down and express and be part of something truly amazing and unique, like in the middle of the prairies. Like, kudos to all of you. Massive love.
And the mandates are gone in Alberta, at least for the time being, and they have contributed in a big way to this global movement. Hey, I thought this was
sending a very strong signal.
Yeah, and the signs of solidarity and people, singing "O Canada," the hugs at the border that we've reported on. I mean, there's a lot of love and peace, and the goal of this show is to focus on that, right? And we do touch on some of the darker sides of it just because you have to, but we try and keep it light, as Gary was like the beacon of light there for us. Okay, so doesn't the fact that the truckers have been protesting for weeks without a single one dying from COVID kind of prove their point? Or has Team Trudeau simply forgotten that these emergency powers were supposed to be about a virus? I thought, right, kind of, sort of, like there's like hugs and dancing, and I mean it's kind of, I don't know. Anyway,
that's a good dig. And I know, like, the financial markets too. Do you have that Moderna tweet loaded up?
I might have gotten rid of it just because I was trying to keep things super on the up and up with Gary on the line, but I think I deleted it. But I think it was, I know what it was. I can find it easy.
I know Moderna's stock is like down 70% from its height.
70?
Like,
the number I had was 11, but okay.
From its height over like the last 6 months or 8 months or something like that. If you have money in the public markets, if you're invested in someone like BlackRock or Vanguard or Moderna, like, you're actually facilitating this. So consider, like, really showing your participation for or your love for freedom by using your wallet. So remove support from any entities that support tyranny and medical fascism. And I would say BlackRock and Vanguard are like two of the really big big publicly traded funds that are super, super heavily. State Street as well. Keep them coming. Any other ones, like, also, I think I shouldn't say a tweet about, like, TD Bank is a World Economic Forum partner. Like, if you're banking with TD, switch to a to a smaller, to a credit union, like something that's owned by the people and by its members. Like, get out of these big banks, all the big three: RBC, Scotiabank, BMO, TD. Just get out. Just don't support them and their things. They do not have your backs. They have your debt as well. So, like, move your liquid assets to to some of the smaller organizations and credit unions. And sure, if you want to keep your debt with those guys, or your credit cards with them, go ahead, do it.
How much currency that has been sort of created out of thin air has
Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City
been added into this economy through the Fed? What would you put as a figure out of thin air has been added into this economy through the Fed? What would you put as a figure? Would it be 6 trillion? Is that too much?
It would be, 6 trillion in terms of deposits with the banks and currency. Be 6 to 7 trillion.
Okay, that they're just injecting into it, sort of out of nothing.
Out of nothing. They're the central bank of the United States. Now,
oh my God!
It's just another form of government debt. Am I making sense?
It makes sense in the make-believe world of Conjuring. Like, there is a certain part of this that all feels like a mirage to some extent. Do you know what I mean? It all seems sort of fake.
Well, it's a fiduciary system. It's all faith-based. Right?
Oh my Lord!
Oh,
yes, you got to have confidence in that currency, in that dollar, because there's nothing backing. There's no gold backing.
So it's in some ways it's a mass delusion.
Well.
Yeah, so what a beautiful ending.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
a mass delusion. So it's a mass delusion everywhere, Kyle. Like, every direction you look in, it's
and to see that right from someone who's right in the system. Maybe constructs of the state. Can you find the video COVID revealed on Rumble? Let's see. Again, like right now, we only have, but check out COVID revealed on Rumble. I haven't seen it, but it's always worth exploring. And
hey, did you hear the CEO of Bitcoin recently hired a new VP of sales?
Who's that?
You didn't hear about
it? And who's the CEO?
Oh, right. I don't have that picture queued. What you mean, the lady? One day I'll share my story. I was in the same room with her.
Again, like crypto is a good option, but be sure to like take control of your keys. Bitcoin, Monero, like privacy coins, Ethereum. Like
what are some wallets people might want to use to hold their own keys?
I mean, I recommend Edge Wallet. I know Paul, the founder there, really well. They're staunch supporters of the community and privacy. Edge Wallet, Edge Wallet, Edge Wallet. You can buy crypto from Canada right within the app.
Have you ever heard of Samurai Wallet?
I have heard of Samurai, but it's just a Bitcoin only wallet.
Right. Which is not so bad. I mean,
well, it is. I mean, it's like, but it's a very good wallet. Yes.
Yeah. And then there's Edge Wallet you mentioned, right? This is Paul Pui, who is that how you pronounce his last name?
I call him Paul Pui.
Yeah, so he's obviously a legend and just a rock solid guy.
Yeah, and it's a really good wallet. I don't know why they have a picture of a computer on there though, because it's on mobile.
Go to the right website.
Yeah, that's the right one, but it's mobile first. You can also you can buy gift cards directly within it.
Bitcoin wallet. I don't think I went to the right website, dude.
It's edge.app.
There you go. See, I knew it. Because I've used the app before, and this just doesn't feel like it.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's it.
And the nice thing about Edge Wallet is it just uses a username and password, but there's no I forgot my password function. But underneath of your username and password, it stores all your private keys. So you don't need to write down seed words, which has been a real kind of user experience issue for a lot of people, but it's a really good wallet. It's a mobile only wallet. Highly recommend Edge Wallet.
Definitely no complaints there.
So yeah, and that this COVID revealed, it exposes all the top institutional investor relationships and interest in the pandemic, scamdemic, whatever you want to call it. I think David Martin also has done a really good job with his podcasts and with his contribution to the film Plandemic about exposing, the financial interests behind, this $6 trillion that was created out of thin air, and where did all that money go to? Just like the wars of the past, they were never about safety and security or protecting us from anything. It was always about in my opinion, this is my hypothesis, is that it was about wealth transfer. It was about moving money from public debt ledgers, creating new money, and then moving it on to corporate ledgers as tangible cash. So yeah, a lot of ridiculousness that's taken place. And a great example of in very recent times is the $2.5 billion that the Liberals are spending on COVID tests, on 140 million COVID tests, which I think is about $20 per test almost. I remember seeing some of the stats on those COVID tests, like the wholesale manufacturing price. I think it was around $2 a test, $3 a test. So, people are making dime all the way through that transaction, and ultimately we're the ones paying for it. So, that should be looked into. All right, what's Mr.
Are you
Tran
ready?
saying?
Are you ready?
Declare them. The media has. What's up, guys?
Wait, Kyle. Begin transmission.
All right.
What's up, guys? I'm just cruising in Little Sask here as usual, but just heard Trudeau. Yep, they're giving them bigger guns. The problem has not been that they don't have the tools, Justin. The problem has been that they don't want to wield evil tools because they are actually here. They're not in the ivory tower with you as you push around your fictional armies on the board where I have the power to do this. I have the power to declare them. The media has helped me declare them with the help of my photographer to brand them as Nazis and the help of lunatic Mayor Watson to say that it's a violent occupation. And then the hystericalized public of Ottawa can call in saying, oh my God, they're beating their horns. My eardrums all explode every night in terror. That doesn't happen. All we've done is lower crime here, but the demonization campaign continues. The fact is, no one's been listening, Trudeau. The tools are not the problem. The problem is that patriots become cops. Patriots become RCMP. Patriots become OPP and Ottawa Police and Durham Police and Peel Police. And all the people you hope to carry out this, guess who's here? Their mothers, their families. You think they all want to wear masks their whole life with no metric except you sitting there going, don't worry, it'll all be over once 100% of us are vaccinated with something that our top doctors can't even endorse anymore, and they can't say anything, so I can't even use medical advice to tell you to get this vaccine. Just the fact that I'm a tyrant going to grant you freedom when I get 100% participation. We know it's about the digital ID, Justin. We're not idiots like you. I know you live in your bubble, your ivory tower up there in Parliament, and we know that there's foreign interests that forbid you from ever doing your will. We don't care. We don't care who you agree with or how long this takes. We're here forever, and the cops know we're peaceful. They know that there's no crime where truckers are. This is a peaceful move to tower up there in Parliament, and we know that there's foreign interests that forbid you from ever doing your will. We don't care. We don't care who you agree with or how long this takes. We're here forever, and the cops know we're peaceful. They know that there's no crime where truckers are. This is a peaceful movement. We're not leaving. It doesn't matter how many tools you give them, how many, oh, it's a double emergency. Next week, we're going to, it'll be a mega emergency. We're going to use the military next week. The military are patriots too, Dustin. Everywhere you turn, you're just in your ivory tower pushing around those fictional armies that you think are loyal to you. They're not. We're Canadians, dude. What do you see around here? You see Nazi flags? No, only your photographer does. And only the media and zombies who won't turn off their CBC TV. We're patriots. They're not following your orders. We're less scared now than ever. But guys, I will remind you, you do need to get down here. Sitting there, getting comfortable, saying, I'm proud the truckers there. They need your support. Get down here now.
Frick, that literally.
All right, we're gonna end it there. It's time. This has been a nice short segment, 17 minutes 23 seconds.
Love it. We can do more of these shorter ones if people appreciate it. All right, Kyle, as usual,